Well, we're trying to get this sorted. And we're not having much luck here, are we? Well, I see there's a bit of a delay on it. So let's see what we can do. Right, what are we actually seeing? My back. That's not very interesting for anybody. Shall we try that? There's quite a delay between me seeing it and me doing it. Sorry about this, guys. Just adjusting everything. I'm just watching it back on the video to make sure I made it a little bit too far. Okay. This is a pain in the backside setting this up, isn't it? Can I edit all this out? I don't think I can I? Right, more interestingly, let's check this bait. We're not getting much at the moment. It's gone very different, the weather. Fella right down the other side fishing. In carp country, as I call it. If you're going to fish for the carp, you want to be right down where that fella is. Other side of the lake. Right, I'm using brown wafters, 4mm, and I'm using a 20-gram MATRIX cage feeder to the 6-pound mainline and a 2-pound or 3-pound hook link. A size 18 Guru lightweight gauge, light wire gauge or gape hook with a 4mm brown wafter, because they seem to be finding that quite quick. I've had 7 tench already. Oh, there, I just touched straight away. Better turn on the old clock, ain't I? So yeah, that's what we're doing. Ground bait is a mix of activated mainline, Fjuka pellet, some good grilled crushed hemp. Actual fact, was about 2 cups of that went in, and brown fond, which is like a heavy ground bait for the bottom, and 4x4 ground bait, which is like an all-round heavy bottom ground bait as well. So it's a great looking ground bait, and it's got lots of Fjuka micros in it. Just a great looking ground bait. I've got more in the MATRIX EBA bowl behind me. There we go. It's a beautiful day. It's not cold. I mean, I'm rolling my sleeves up. Yesterday I had all my clothes on. I had hope for a bream. When I got it, it was flat, perfectly flat. I could see all the fish feeding. So I chose for a spot about 25 yards out, where there's a channel with lots of bloodworm. And there's another little couple of touches. probably emptying the feeder, so that's normal for feeder fishing. And we're giving it 5 minutes to make sure plenty of food's going in. Unless I'm doing something else, in which case I have no idea. That's all right. I'm just going to lift that camera up a little bit because I've noticed it's all the way down there and looking more at the floor than. We'll get used to this. There was a female black cap in this older earlier. Great to see. On the video I'm just going to change there is a good 20 seconds time lapse. No, that's better. Getting on 3 minutes 25 now on the feeder, so we can get another minute and a half. And then when the next feeder goes out, I'll fill up my ground bait bowl. Oh, wind's blowing a bit. And what I'm going to do is fish for, on this video, a couple of hours, and then I'll stop it, and then just wanted to test with this bit of video and see how it goes, and then start it again for the next piece. So yeah. The park is putting all new benches and tables and chairs in. So, unfortunately, if you're going to fish long pole, I think your horizon isn't straight, is it? That's better. Oh. I'm still not sure that horizon's straight. No, it's a touch. And we've already gone past 5 minutes, so we'll just give it another minute. Could be a liner, but it was a little... I mean, it might be roach and rod just found the feeder. But I would imagine the roach and rod are all over that. Right, we're going to bring that in and give them another one. I'm fishing a short hook link to the feeder. And I'm fishing that 4mm banded. You can hook them, but as I prefer to leave my baits air drying, They will break a little bit when you get them first, and you keep the lid on them and don't take the lid off. They're great. Right. Just missed the clip. Now I told myself. Oh, bip, bip. The yellow wafters are sweating. Yesterday I fished both rods because I was where those two guys are now. But I decided to give myself a different challenge today. Yesterday I was fishing bottom baits, and today I've gone with wafters. Get plenty of wobble on this box. Just run my hand around there because there's a few big lumps. So just break up some of that clay. There's also a few big 10mm pellet in there. Trout or carp pellet, whatever you want to call them. Right, leave the bowl open and let it dry out. You might get home and find you've got a bit of mould in it next time you use it. You think it's dry and empty. My nose is cold again. Bonjour. Right, it's been in less than 2 minutes. I just keep my bowl here unless I'm landing a fish. That's lovely. There is something on the far. Hi James, I got both phones set up this time, mate. I can see what people are saying. How you doing, mate? I've had 7 tench so far on 4mm wafter. Fjuka wafter, of course. James and I are big advocates of Fjuka. Some days I'm not a believer, and other days I totally believe. I mean, but I have had such great sessions the last four sessions, up to 35 kilos, and I'm using hookable 4mm from Fjuka. My poor tub, I've had it so long, I'm losing the colours. There's a fish over in the woodwork over there, and I think it's a chub because it does this all year long. Oh, there we go. Right, let's turn that off. No bells or whistles, thank you. This is just a test run, James. I just wanted to make sure that, does this look good for a live? I'm looking at the camera. It's far enough back, you can see everything. I know there's a 10-15 second delay on messages and what I do. So I've got everything on charge, hoping. Alright mate, okay. Well, the start of the test has got me walking up and down and rearranging the camera and everything else. And of course, if you put it on just normal camera before you go live, it's a totally different picture. Right, I'm just counting down, mate. 4 minutes 43 here. I've really got to keep the feed going in every 5 minutes. If there's a chance of a bream. Yeah, I've had 7 tench for 6 kilos so far. Not big tench today, but I'm happy. Right, let's get that rod in. Might have ground bait in it still. No, it's empty. I did wonder. I'm thinking of changing the colour. I've been using brown. So I'm gonna banded it because, well, let's put it this way. Oh, that pellet's really soft now. I'm just using a guru light wire gauge, size 18. I'm using the good old because I'm going to pick a brighter colour. White and brown are my favourite so far, and that's because white is natural. You know, anything that comes out the back end of a bird that goes in the water, the fish will home in on. So they'll even, you know, anything that comes out the back end of a fish they'll eat. So, right, here we go. A white 4mm ground bait. Just sticking to the one rod at the minute. I started off with 2 rods, prepped. I broke the tip on my new MATRIX rod. Somehow it broke. I'm not happy with that, but it's only one eye. And I'm on the aero. So we're just a gentle cast. Hold the rod in place. There we go. That's it. She's in. I hope the sound's okay. I've got the mics working. I'm sure you would have told me by now if it was sounding rubbish. You get everything done this morning? I want to make sure that's charging. Right. I forgot to I forgot to set the clock. I'm using my €6 Amazon stopwatch so I can make sure everything's within 5 minutes there on bounce, because I often forget to turn it on for the first minute when I'm just winding up to it and stuff like that. So I do wonder what that is over there. I've no idea what fish that is, but it does it all year round. It drives me nuts. It'll come right up there, come all the way down here, you never see it. I think it's a chub, because I used to fish a pond and there was 3 chub, only 3 big chub, lots of little chub, doglets. No, dog chub is a big chub, and a chublet is a little chub. That's right, chublets. And yeah, they used to drive me crazy. Come around the edges, just splashing all the time. Never saw them. I think my mate's just used his landing net. I haven't had a bream today. I'm waiting on bream really, but I was catching on 8mm white last time, 7mm white, and it might be a case of changing over to the method, because I'm banding. I'm banding the 4mm wafters, and I've got 8mm wafter on the other one, so I might go over to a white 8mm wafter. This is not a swim for fishing both rods. So fishing one rod and having 7 tench so far, I'm quite happy. Not doing a great weight, 6 kilo. It's gone really quiet since it got hot and sunny. But I expect tench to be shutting their eyes by then. Normally tench don't feed all day. Though I have found on the pole here, you can catch them all day, as long as you feed in 3 different places. Right, 2.5 minutes, no, minute, and it's going back out again. That's the worst thing about a garden, James, weeding. If you just put the garden as you wanted it and it all came up and it stayed like that forever, I'd like gardening. But then I guess it would just be called garden. Not as in the verb. When I got here, it was flat. There wasn't a ripple. I think I'm going to give that swim a rest. That's its 5 minutes. I'm not even getting plucks from roach or rudd out there, which makes me wonder. Alright, something's going on here. There we go, that's better. Well, I've had it on a while, but it's finally gone. The line is cut through the extra fine vidiq. So, there we go, trim that. Ooh, ooh, get out of my leg. Right, what I'm going to do now then, while I'm resting that, is just have a chuck around with a method feeder. Give it. Oh, that didn't work, did it? And I'll just give it 5 minutes in each spot. Not 5, 10. Right, let's have a look at this. Right, brown for 8mm wafter. That's the other ones I've got with me. I think I've got some 6mm as well, as I think about it. Yeah, I suppose if you want to worry about that sort of thing, James. I don't worry about that myself, but yeah. Yeah, I have got 6mm wafters. They're a little bit smaller, aren't they? A little bit bigger than the 4. Maybe I'll try that in a minute. Andy Mayer's been banging on about backshotting him. He paints it white, doesn't he? Calls it his bit of fluff. But yeah. Right, let's have a look. Right, I fed down this margin, so I'm just going to go out there for a bit. I put some loose food out there and a couple of handfuls of ground bait earlier. So I'm just going to try, it's 3 meters there. And now they're starting work next to me. This live is too much like hard work, mate, I tell you. I've got one camera over here that doesn't want to behave. I've got one camera over there that doesn't want to behave. Right, let's look at the camera and not at the floor. Well, that's had quite a while. And that wind's getting stiffer, so maybe we've got a chance of another fish. Well, there's nothing down there. Okay, just my luck, they started up a bloody hammer drill behind me. Would you Adam and Eve it? So, not happy about that. Never mind. Okay, let's try under this tree with the old feeder. Put some ground bait down there earlier, so you never know. But I think I'm going to give this 5 minutes and then we're going back out on the other one. Oh, sleeves back down again. It's getting a bit windy. In their infinite wisdom, they are putting in new benches. So, if you're fishing along here now, you'll have an audience. So, yeah. Let's see what we can do. Just out of interest, how long do you leave your method out before you rebait? I've been doing 10 minutes with the method. Because if it ain't gone round by then, I don't think there's anything out there. Well, I can see the screen, which is more than I could do earlier for this phone, so that's good. No more than 10 or 12 minutes. Yeah, I've been giving it the cage 5 and this 12, this 10, sorry. Just got it down the edge under this tree at the moment. I've got a funny feeling there might be something there. I've been chucking in loose 5 mils down there and good handfuls of ground bait. But there are billions of little rudd here at the moment, so they could have been decimated. I would imagine that a ball of ground bait's gone before it hits the floor here. I haven't got any live bait with me. I haven't got no maggots or pinkies or worm with me. Generally I do, but there are that many nuisance fish that I decided just to stick with hookable pellet. Okay. Yeah, there's a brimstone just gone past me there, James. I'll send him over for your cabbages. Yeah, if I'm just building up a swim, I always do 5 minutes. I put 3 or 4 casts out straight away, then fish an hour every 5 minutes. And if I've had a few fish, then I'll do it again. I'll chuck out 3 or 4 times and then go again. On this live, James, there's something like a 15 to 20-second delay between what I see and what I've said. It's just got 6 minutes, and there's nothing under this tree. I'll chuck another ball of ground bait down there, but I plan to fish all day today, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful about just chucking handfuls of ground bait out. And I noticed I've had no bream since I didn't put loads of maggots in my ground bait. Yesterday we had a flyby by the French Air Force, come straight down the lake, and as he got to just behind me, he rolled and went off the other way. Pretty cool to see. And now there's a helicopter and a man working behind. I live in the middle of nowhere. What is going on? No, it's not, James. It's I can hear it. Well, I did. I had to turn the volume down on the phone. I could hear what I said and how long it took for the message to come up on the video on the phone here. They're both sharing a hotspot, but I don't know if that's slowing it down. Little lightweight. I used to go to my aunt's up in Shropshire, and she lived right next to where they trained the Gazelle pilots, and used to fly around all night. Just lights and the sound of helicopters. And she also lived in the middle of bleeding nowhere. How's this mic working out? Sound alright? I tell you, I'm not joking, mate. It's been 2 hours since I had a fish. It's just one of those afternoons where it goes quiet. I'll have to say, though, it has been pretty quiet all over. You've got 4 minutes to do something under that tree. There's not even knocks on the feeder down there, so I don't think there's anything down there. This is a much deeper swim than where I was fishing next to me yesterday and the other day as well. I fished there. This is a much deeper swim. Even on the ledge just down here under the tree, it's deeper than round the corner for some reason. Yeah, I'd love a fish live as well, mate. When we get out the pole and start silver bashing, that might take a bit of inspiration because I've got no pinkies or maggots. Oh no, I've got a micro. Got 3mm micros. No, I just had my friend Morris down actually. I'm not even going to give that the full 10 minutes actually. That was 7.5 minutes. I did as you said, mate. I put on 6 foot of £10 nylon. So it's not straight braid, so if it does whip round, then it's not going to crack off. Matrix trainers? Oh, that's because Jamie bought them all, isn't it? White trainers, Matrix. Yeah, my infamous footwear. Anybody that sees me will know that I'm wearing a pair of grey Crocs because I seem to wear them all the time. Even when I know my feet will be cold wearing them, I still wear them. There's definitely no. They don't make you brighter, that's for sure. Probably because I found that my thermal boots don't do much of a job anyway. Right, white 4mm on the band. Cage feeder, 20 gram, matrix. Got a little fishy. Now I'm not going to push that in hard because I found that sometimes it comes back and it hasn't emptied. Here we go again. Right, just chuck that out there gently. There we go. Hit the clip. Just let it settle and then tighten up with it. Yeah, I did fancy some Matrix joggers, but I don't know. I've got loads of black joggers that are covered in tench slime. I might as well be using them. Well, there's a touch straight away. Don't look at the French guys behind me. Oh no, you can't see them, so that's good because I'll be putting the silverfish in the bag to take home for dinner. My mate's had a tench as well. That's gone straight in the bloody cool bag. And Caperlan Carpover was worried about me using a keep net. Oh boy. Whew. Matrix trainers, eh? I think Fox brought out shoes 2 years ago as well, so maybe that was it. They thought, oh, we'll do them in Matrix and in Fox. I wouldn't want Matrix trainers anyway, I don't think. I don't like trainers. I prefer walking boots. Alright, 2 or 3 minutes and that can come out again. Whatever that fish is, there's black bass in here and zander, and I don't know nothing about their behaviour. I remember Corder. Oh, that's a touch. I remember Corder bringing out white ones. Well, if you're from Essex, it's going to be white, isn't it? white trainers. Gonna get your white trainers on. Right, I've had two little touches there. That's probably roach attacking the feeder. It's only been in 1 minute 20. It feels like forever. I find with feeder fishing, I'm constantly looking at the stopwatch just to get ready to chuck it out again, without being too impatient and just recasting and recasting. I have got a cold nose. I must be a Labrador. Oh boy. Sun's warm, 18 degrees today. Won't be long before it's 38 degrees and I'm hiding under the trees from the sun and cooking. Hoping there's a breeze to cool you down a bit. Oh, 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 oh. That was a good pull. But I think that could be a liner. No, liners are much more, much more aggressive than that. Right, we've got an hour and 34 seconds. An hour? A minute. I think I'll just leave it anyway for an extra minute if somebody's down there. Yeah, I've got 3 lots of wafers with me. 6mm, which I can just side hook, not use a band. I've got 4mm, which I'm using a band, and I've got 8mm, which just seem massive to me. Well, I'll get that 6mm brown ready. No, 1 rod at a time. Not fishing 2 rods today. This one's already out halfway across. It's not very wide here. Right. Nearly there. I reckon that's something I had to go at the feeder and then run off with a couple of pellet. Right. Earlier, the first fish of the day, I literally had cast and it'd been out there 5 or 6 minutes and there was no bite, and I lifted up to bring it in and there was a tench sitting on the end. So that kind of surprised me. Which also makes me wonder, oh dear, are they just waiting until they suddenly see the bait move off the bottom and then they grab it? Or was he just sat there with it in his mouth? Right. Everybody's turning up for a session today. Summer holidays, isn't it? It's spring holiday. Nine of them. Only one of them with rods. As I say, you get that car park, you think, oh, it's wonderful and warm. You get just round that corner and the wind will cut you in half in the winter. Oh yeah, got me little beeper. Always forgetting to put the clock on. James, you know I do not watch David Wood. I don't know why you asked me that. I don't watch Jamie Harrison. I don't watch David Wood. I don't watch the other fella. Don't watch any of them channels. If it don't click with me, I just don't watch them. Well, it's just quiet like this. Time for a snack. You just give me that thingy, mate. I was thinking of him, thinking snack attack. Wow, this is keto attack. Great big bit of cheese. Because I'm trying to lose weight. Right, 2 minutes. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to top up that swim. If anything comes over the top, I'll see it. I mean, it could be a case that there's some big fish out there, but they just don't fancy brown 6mm wafter. And the reason I'm using brown 6mm wafter is I'm using a brown ground bait, and they are literally, when they're in the mood, taking it straight away. I'm going to let it halfway down and then pull it so that it goes down in a big cloud. Plenty of activated chemical in here. I think that's like a beef smell, as I remember. I used to have it back in the day when mainline was just doing carp stuff, having some activate liquid. My God, it stank. Right, it's not on the bottom, but I'll give it a good old tug. I'm fishing £6 mainline to a £3 bottom. But I might have to change that and go a bit longer. But I didn't have a problem with it yesterday. Caught, well, I don't know how many fish yesterday on this. I did better on this than the method feeder. Right, I'll leave this one in. Right on the clip. Right, give it a go. Yeah, there's plenty of bait out there, James. I don't have to worry about the amount of bait. This is not a commercial. Two different, totally different types of water. Commercial, you could be using towing rope with a bloody shark hook on. You still catch baby carp. Baby carp, 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 carp. Baby carp, 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 carp. Starving all day long and they want your bait. Baby carp, 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 carp. I can be sure of one thing. When you go to a commercial, all the fish will still be there the next day. Not like here. Got the old boy up there with a bag full of tench and roach going home. There's two guys next to me are emptying it of roach. Well, I won't call it a wild water, I call it a park lake. They stock it in winter, and that's just to replace what everyone's taking out the rest of the year. But with this wind, I'd call it a wild water. They haven't put any tench in for years now. 3 years since they put a tench in. It was 3 years ago they put bream in. That was the first introduction of bream in. And they've done very well. Mind you, the amount of ground bait I feed them and the amount of times I get the fish, I'm surprised they don't recognise my hooks personally and say, "Way up, that's one of the hardies there. Did you see that?" Yeah, that wind is really blowing. How's the microphone doing? Do I have to put it inside my jumper? No, give it 5 more minutes. I'm going to do 10 minutes now. I did 12 earlier and got a fish. So I don't know. Maybe 15 minutes is better. Just with a quick top up now and again. Going to be fishing for green skins. Not bream today. I'd hope for bream, but I don't know. Maybe they're all breeding. Oh, that was a touch. And I don't know if that was a touch, because every touch I've had has always been the rod pulling round slowly. I think some of these are just knocking into the nylon. Jesus Lord. I think she saw the camera and wanted to be on telly. Yeah, it was beautiful here this morning. Absolutely beautiful here as well, mate. It was just, I could see every little dimple and pinprick, and now look at it. But this is what it was like. But tomorrow's changed into a southwesterly with rain, so can't complain. So we've had two little plucks, and that's direct to the hook, so I better make sure there's any bait there. I see bait. Maybe I'll go with a bright colour. Been fishing neutrals all day. Got some hardened yellows here. Bottom baits. Or 2-in-1 5mm feed, I think they call them. I give my fish eating friend half a bag. Luckily he didn't use it today. But he wants to buy this box off me. I'm holding that in the middle simply because that's where the channel in the middle of the pond is. That's where all the bloodworm bed is, and all the way along there. Yeah, I was just talking to my mate Morris. He's fishing a feeder championships tomorrow, Limousin feeder, which is Limousin's a massive region. He's going to be fishing feeder championships. Gerard, who I was talking to also, one of the guards here, he's fishing that tomorrow as well. I do wonder how many kilos of ground bait they're going to pile in at the beginning. Ah, somebody else in the chat. Let's have a look who's in chat, because I can't see. I can feel something knocking on that. Hello everybody in chat. I'll say it over there actually, because I'm looking at the phone here under the hood of the bait tray, so I can actually see it. See what's and who is what saying woo. Something going on down there. I think that's roach and rudd finding the feeder there. They just kind of rattle it. There's a lot of hemp in the ground bait. Oh. Oh, that's typical, James. You've gone for a fag, mate, and I got a fish on. Ah, I tell you what, it's quite a good fish. Ah, typical, James. Hold on, mate. See, that's what it was. Being watched, they were shy. Tell you what, though, not making any ground on that. I think it's a big tench. It's just strange. I will change to yellow, and that was it. Been out there ages, so got a fish on, mate. Let's get my lovely landing net ready. Sexy matrix landing net. None of this Maver rubbish. Mind you, I would like dial ends on. I'd like matrix for my main kit and dial ends on for my feeder kit. But no, I've already bought it now, it's matrix. I'd say it was a reasonable tench by feel there. Oh, it's a Big Bream. Oh, Jamesy, you've got to land this, mate. I was just saying about the Bream, wasn't I? Oh, it's a lovely Bream. Ah. So, they prefer yellow, not brown. I did say that all that ground bait would help. Oh, this is a good one, James. Oh, Jamesy. Oh, Jamesy. Are you there, James? Answer me, please. Petit Bream. Alright, let's get this disgorger. This doesn't have a micro barb on it, so. Big Bream, mate. And you know how I feel about a big slab? Quite funny, Dean Macy was saying the other day about, real men love Bream, and I'm like, I absolutely adore Bream. Right, mate, let's see if I can get this towards the camera. And we'll try not to drop him. How's that, mate? Oh, hang on a minute. He ain't come up on screen yet. Right, so there we go, mate. Beautiful Bream. Now, I'm going to put him straight back. I'm not going to put him in my keep net. There he goes. Lovely big Bream. Right. I'm more pleased with that than the £10 carp yesterday. I know James would prefer me to see the carp, but I'm more happy with the Bream. Because James, he fishes puddles. That's what I call, mind you, some of the lakes that James fishes are absolutely gorgeous. I would fish them myself, to be honest. I do prefer a gravel pit or a river. I don't know, something I grew up with, I guess. Has that come up yet, Jonesy? Right, here we go again. And that was just by changing to yellow. Right. I thought she was a big old girl because she wasn't pulling badly like a tench would, a big tench. Mind you, a big female doesn't pull. and I know I've caught plenty of them. Whoa, that wind's getting strong. Oof, my bum's on the shore. Ooh. Yeah, you like that one, James? Not bad since they put them in his little things 3 years ago. Must have been a few bigger ones. I mean, that 3 kilo one, that 6.5 pounder, I mean, that was absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Put that straight back. I'm not going to put that in a keep net. It's full of small tench at the minute. They'll all run off and tell their friends. I could have put the bigger keep net out, but yeah, just put it back. It looked like it had a bit of damage on him already, bless it. Looks like he's had a hard time spawning. Well, so yeah.
Un peu de poisson?
Well, 7 tench and a Grand Bream.
Grande même?
Oui. Maintenant. Yeah, it's quite tranquil. It's very. Oh la la. It's tranquil pour 2 plus. I'm just saying it was quiet for 2 hours plus, so. Yeah. Le vent change
Ah ouais, je vois.
and le Bream mange. Je prépare mon vidéo live.
Live?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Oh. Avec le recul.
Yeah, it's James, is that you on your other computer, or is there 3 people in the chat? I can't figure it out. One is me watching me. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that could be what it was. Yeah, je regarde mon téléphone ici pour le live feed. While regardez pour le Bream. But yeah. It's 2 different,
Ah,
the top. You can see the shawns and the.
compliqué.
Yeah. We've got mackerel skies here, James. That means bad weather's coming, doesn't it? So yeah, tranquil. 8 kilos maximum. 8 kilos aujourd'hui. And demain, j'ai réparé le cover, so repasse le cover avec nouvelle tournevis. So, and then lundi, possible j'ai visite le rivière dans Chambon.
Ah,
Chambon-Sauveuse. Possible, c'est grande distance pour mon petit quad.
c'est vrai que c'est pas bien fait, là.
And it's a problem là, beaucoup grand problem. So, but no, j'ai mon boîte de utile, so mon equipage, oh, that was a bite. That was a double bite, but that was a bream bite, same as earlier. Yeah, it was a bream bite, mate, then. Is it? My lord. Is that both? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Was it both your, you in the lounge down there, mate? Cheers for that. Should set up 10 mobile phones with different accounts and just put them all on at the same time. Il parlait avec mon ami dans Angleterre, so he'd regard 2 more videos. Well, I think I got 2 more subscribers earlier, James. It came up with names of people instead of just you subscribed, you know. So but I lost that. You were right. I lost when it went 682. A lot. 862. I lost that one last night. Not happy. Mon ami, il pêche dans Angleterre. Concours style pêche. Long pole, feeder method, même as moi. And il a tout le quid matrix. So, j'ai regardé, il pêche a matrix video. And he told me about Fjuka apart. So, aujourd'hui, Fjuka. So, 6mm wafter, 5mm hard baits. Je commence avec 4mm wafter. And 7 tench. Change pour 5mm la moyenne. Ouais, c'est pas moyenne, it's dans le sol. So it's was moyenne, but avec couvert rigide. So.
J'ai vu sur Pêche Promo. J'ai vu qu'il y en a.
Ah oui.
7 mm, 11 mm, j'ai vu.
Oui, two different.
Déjà essayé 11 mm aussi. C'est beaucoup plus gros.
Cans, oui. 15mm wafter and 15mm carp. Oui. So.
C'est ça que tu pêchais la dernière fois avec là?
15 is bell pour carp.
Ah ouais.
Et l'homme moi, and it's like, okay, merci. Je préfère le 7mm neon.
D'accord.
7mm neon, 7mm carpo. Yeah, it's possible. Lots of different bait. All right, mate. Don't miss the next bream, though. I wish. Okay. 30 seconds, and then reload it. And Dom's fini. 2 kilos plus le bream. C'est comme ça, là. Belle. À quoi le dos? Oui. C'est un hier, je pêche là. Le deux hommes là. Oui, beaucoup de poissons. Un carp 5 kilos. Fini avec tout 24 kilos. Tonches et un carp, oui.
Ça fait une carte?
Oui. Le carp miroir 100 kilos. Sur mon can feeder, method feeder.
T'as pas cassé?
Non, je change. So. Je replace 2 mètres avec matrix fil 100 kilos. And then l'autre piece là. So. Et pas casse, non.
Pourquoi tu mets pas plus gros en fil alors? Tu pourrais? Pourquoi tu mets pas plus gros en fil?
Well, this tress is 4 kilos.
Ah ouais, voilà, tresse.
And le fil est le même.
D'accord.
J'ai peu de bream ce tress. It's like, oh, au revoir. So j'échange. Mon ami recommande un piece fil 2 mètres. So, pour un petit élastication. En Angleterre, le pêche avec le feeder avec un petit piece élastique, pole élastique. So, too different ici. Guru feeder. Non, maintenant je pêche ribby ici 11 heures. So.
Depuis 11 heures?
Yeah, pêche 5 heures. And j'ai prep mon vidéo live. Pre mon video live. No, that's been 8 minutes, so we're going to bring that in. Oh, wee. So, Jean Pellet says it's là. So, le touche est sur le fil ou la patte est disparue. So, oh, there's no poignée. The poignée is covered. That's better. Could have had touches. Oh dear, oh dear. That's bad news. Right. Okay. For the clip. Okay, it's tench on land, no problem. Right, come on. Right. So, feeder's back out there. And that was 7.5 minutes. We had a couple of touches, so let's hope for another bream. Bream. Yeah, tranquil aujourd'hui. Well, après hier and l'autre jour, yeah. Le temps change. It's 18 aujourd'hui, so. Demain, tout change. Le vent est sud-est, pluie dans le matin, tout couvre ombre. But demain, j'ai fini le piste, le corde. Nettoie tout mon équipe. Prête le corde pour lundi. Possible pêche Château-Millon ou Chambon. Mais pluie tous les jours, j'ai pas pêche.
Ouais, la météo, elle n'est pas terrible.
Sur le quad, beaucoup pluie. Non.
La semaine prochaine, je crois que ça monte un peu. Compliqué. Hein. Mais au mois de mai, ça doit aller mieux. Salut, youtubeur.
Salut. Fini?
Tiens. Oh.
It's the donation of ground bait. Look at all that bream. Tu regardes mon bream?
Hein?
J'ai un bream comme ça?
Non.
Oui.
T'es Marseillais,
Oui.
toi.
Oui. Sur la vidéo le soir.
Hein?
Sur la vidéo le soir.
Ah ouais?
Oui. It's live. So,
Hein?
oui.
Ah bah, j'y regarderai demain alors.
Oui, je regarde le soir, oui. Demain le soir, oui.
Généralement, c'est demain.
Hein?
Bah, la dernière fois, quand on.
Ah, well, regarde
C'était
possibility.
C'était mis sur YouTube le lendemain.
Ok. Well, merci pour la amorce.
De rien.
Oh, j'ai mélange tout.
2,5 kg j'ai fait.
2 kilos?
2,5 kg.
Mon nom?
Hein?
Tout?
Oui.
Ah, c'est bon. 8 kilos pour le moment.
Ouais, toi, t'es un voleur, toi.
I do not steal the fish. I return all my fish. J'ai return tout mon poisson. Non, j'ai pas volé.
Avec une canne.
Avec une canne, oui. Yeah, because hier je pêche deux cannes, but aujourd'hui une.
Ouais.
Après une tonche.
Et après, il va s'habiller en homme grenouille, il faut regarder.
Yeah, un grand carp Sur un canne, un temps sur l'autre. Là, là, ah, là, 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 là. So, non, non, non. Un canne est suffisant.
Ah ouais, ouais.
Et pourquoi nous acheter 4 carp cannes? J'ai acheté 4 cannes JRC le même. Pourquoi? C'est difficile de pêcher 4 cannes avec 4 carp. Merci, mon ami.
De rien.
Now it's possible de pêcher asticot.
La tanche a fait 1 kg.
Non.
1 kg 15.
Oh, kilo 15. Ah, c'est bon.
Elle est grande comme ça.
Ah, j'avais un grand,
Et,
5 comme ça. Très
et ce soir, elle est dans le four.
Oui, oui, oui. J'ai compris. C'est naturel pour tu manges poisson. Pour moi, non, non, non.
Si, c'est bon à manger.
En Angleterre, le poisson, déité. Mm. Pour vous, c'est normal, mange, oui. J'ai pas regardé.
Je me mets devant la caméra, ça va pas se faire.
You have to wave at the camera, he says.
Salut les youtubeurs.
Yeah. I suppose you want me to tell him to subscribe to your channel, do you, mate? Oh yeah, don't forget, guys, a shout out to James Atkins Fishing. He's in the UK, so everybody go over to him and subscribe.
Alors, combien tu dis qu'a fait ta brème? Combien a fait la brème?
No, je return. Okay. Let's try that again, looking at you. Go on, say it again.
Non, mais je comprends pas ce que tu dis. Parle français un peu.
Well, yeah. After, it's necessary for my regard to. Okay. So, je return le brème. Oui, immédiat. She's pas dans le bridge.
Ah, tu l'as remis directement dedans?
Oui.
Ah, d'accord.
Because it's très grand pour mon petit bridge. It's nécessairement autre, but now le pec et le fin sur le dos, c'est terrible condition. Il avec les femmes à la mort, il dit, oh, petite mort.
Le jour où tu vas attraper le silure, tu pourras pas le mettre dans la bourriche. Hein.
Non. Non.
Tu seras obligé de le remettre à l'eau.
Mettez-le
Ouais.
dans le...
Non.
Ah,
Tu pêches
ok.
le silure, tu le prends en photo et tu le remets dans l'eau.
Le brème as a part. Yes, I know. He's telling me that they fish with Big Bream for the silure. Ha!
Voilà, tu demandes aux ouvriers là, creuse un trou,
Oui,
et puis tu le mets dedans.
oui. So prochaine visite, tu remain là, regarde-moi. Ah, Stephen. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can sit behind me now and watch everything I do. So,
Nicolas, il veut essayer de le pêcher lui.
ah oui, passe me hier. C'est combien? C'est 24 kilos. Qu'est? C'est oui. Professional pêcheur. Pêcheur professionnel.
Il m'a dit hier, il a dit je vais essayer de le pêcher le silure qui est dedans.
Silure?
Oui.
Ici?
Oui, il y en a un dedans. Dedans, il y a un silure dans les temps.
Combien?
Je sais pas, apparemment, il fait plus d'1 mètre.
Oh, là là là. So, un ou deux dans ici ou beaucoup? Un ou deux silures ou beaucoup silures?
Non, il y en a beaucoup qui ils en ont vu un seul.
Quelle monte? Quelle monte sileuse? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6? Tout le numéro le monte sileuse ici.
Ah, je sais pas.
Ah, yeah. Because Dominique pêche là sur le pôle et il a a grande guerre avec le silure. Et j'ai pêché là le même, mais j'ai pensé que c'est carp. Pas le silure. 30 kg carp sur le pôle. 4 kg, non 4, 15 kg. 15 kg carp sur le pôle, no chance.
Ah, non, non.
Non.
On n'est pas monté assez costaud ici.
Non, il pêche 2 kg fil avec asticots. And no silure is, oh, asticots. So, yeah. No.
Nicolas,
Oh.
il veut essayer de le pêcher, mais il a intérêt à monter costaud, je pense.
I mean, it's possible a petit Bream and Jules Bream, and then boom, oh, c'est le. Or Angleterre, normal, beaucoup brochet. Tout le lac, la rivière, petite après une pêche pour gardons, brochet. Ah, casse midian. So. But ici, il y a beaucoup de carp sur le pont. Non, it's fini dans un moment. But aujourd'hui, tranquille. 8 kilos.
Ouais, mais tu vois, je sais pas comment tu fais. Moi, déjà, avec 2,5 kg, c'est déjà bien.
But no, petit tench. Bon sur le barbecue.
Barbecue, oui.
Barbecue. Oh. Dans Angleterre, beaucoup de personnes regardent vidéo tench because persons in Angleterre adore tench. It's like a baby. Oh, baby tench. Oh là là. Oh, France. Oh, barbecue.
L'année dernière, j'en avais fait une belle. Mais c'est vrai que c'est super bon à manger.
That was 10 minutes. I've got to get that out again. So, la. Pelagion. Le Brem sur Pelagion.
Ouais.
Le même too. So, and it go, oh, fatigué. Fatigué avec le Brem. But no. But no, it's tranquil pour deux. Change de color. And Brem. Oh, pinkies. Astico. Oh, that's a change of bait right there. Okay. No. Sidier pour cela. Avec le